I left Kentucky back in '49. I went to Detroit, worked on assembly line. First year they had me putting wheels on a Cadillac. Every day I'd watch them beauties roll by. Sometimes I'd hang my head and cry. I always wanted me one that was long and black. One day I devised me a plan. Should have been the envy of most any man. I'd sneak it out of there with a lunchbox in my hand. Now getting caught meant getting fired, but I'd have it all. By the time I retired, I'd have me a car worth at least $100 grand. I get it one piece at a time. It wouldn't cost me a dime. You know it's me when I come through your town. Ride around and stop, drive everyone wild. I got the only one there is around. So the very next day I punched in with a big lunchbox and help from my friend. I left that day with a lunchbox full of gear. I never considered myself a thief, but Jim wouldn't miss one little piece, especially if I strung it out through several years. The first day I got me a fuel pump. The next day I got me an engine and a trunk. Then I got me a transmission and all the chrome. The little things I get in my big lunchbox, like nuts and bolts and all 4 shocks. But the big things we snuck out in my buddy's mobile home. Now up to now my plan went all right, till we tried to put it together one night. That's when we noticed that something was definitely wrong. The transmission was a 53, the motor turned out to be 73. When we tried to put in the bolts, all the holes were wrong. So we drilled it out so that it would fit, with a little bit of help from an adapter kit. We had that engine run just like a song. I get it one piece at a time. It wouldn't cost me a dime. You know it's me when I come through your town. Ride around and stop, drive everyone wild. I got the only one there is around. Now the headlights, that was another sight. We had 2 on the left, 1 on the right. When we pulled on the switch, all 3 of them come on. The back end looked kind of funny too. Put it together when we got through. That's when we noticed we only had 1 tail fin. About that time my wife walked out. I could see in her eyes she had her doubts. She opened the door and said, "Honey, take me for a spin." So we drove uptown just to get the tags. I headed right on down that main drag. I could hear everyone laughing 4 blocks around. But up there at that courthouse they didn't laugh, 'cause to type it up it took half the staff. And when they got through, the title weighed 60 pounds. I got 1 piece at a time. It wouldn't cost me a dime. You know it's me when I come through your town. Gonna ride around and stop, gonna drive everyone wild. I got the only one there is around. Oh, Red Rider, this is Cottonmouth and the psychobilly Cadillac. Come on. Oh, this is Cottonmouth and Negatory. On the cost of this machine there, Red Rider, you might say I went to the factory and picked it up. What model is it? It's 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59 automobile. 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70 automobile.